So in this vision, I was taken to a special place and it was very peaceful. And I see a perfect shell-shaped cove with a very small opening out to sea. And around the shore there was white sand and palm trees encircling this cove. And Jesus walks with me to this place. And out the front of the heads, the opening out to sea, I could see great waves crashing at sea, rolling past the heads. But inside this cove, it was perfectly peaceful and still. There was no breeze, no wind, no waves at all. And he used this picture of a place that I recognized that I'd been to before in real life. He used this image in our vision to show me the atmosphere of heaven, what it's like to be in his presence. And the idea was to introduce me to a physical representation of what the Spirit of God is like, in contrast to the spirit of this age and the spirit of the world, which is turmoil and chaos and trouble, the waves at sea that are out of our control, great forces that we don't have any dominion over. In this cove, this quiet, secret place with Jesus, in relationship with him, together in his presence, my atmosphere and his atmosphere with me is perfect peace. And he said to me, when you are with me, there is calm and peace, a place to rest, refuge from the storm, protection from the weather. Whatever direction the wind blows, however high the seas rise, our secret place is always safe. And he said to me, invite them in so that they can adjust to that atmosphere and experience what it's like to be with me in paradise, in heaven, here on earth. And so one of the things that I do with people when I meet them is encourage them to come into an encounter with Christ in his presence and to experience what it is like to acclimatize to that atmosphere of peace. Just like when Jesus was asleep in the boat at sea, he was not in turmoil and fear as his companions were. He was at perfect rest, while the world around him in the physical domain appeared to be in chaos and his friends were panicking and fearful. He was able to not be concerned at all about those conditions, because in him was the manifest presence of God and the peace of heaven that dwelt in his inner being. And so it is with us when we dwell with him. In that relationship, we carry and we remain, when we abide in him, in perfect peace of heaven here on earth. And that's the experience in the spiritual and the physical domain that we're called to stay in, to rest in peace here on earth. That is heaven on earth. That's what it looks like, and it's what it actually feels like. It's a manifest presence. It's the presence of God, and it's a military strategy. As we go with him, we take that atmosphere with us, and it becomes the condition that surrounds us and causes darkness and chaos to flee, because the kingdom of heaven is peace and it is a place to rest. For those who are excluded from the kingdom, it says that as it was with people in the desert before they crossed over into the promised land, these people will never enter my rest. That's a punishment from God, to be swept up in turmoil permanently, perpetually at ill ease, and to be in trouble all the time, where the circumstances of the days around us cause us to be fearful. That is a curse. It's a curse from God, and it's an evidence that you have not met or do not dwell in the presence of the Most High God, because the promise and the blessing for those who are in Christ is to be hidden in him in this perfect place as we abide in him, so we also rest in this perfect atmosphere of peace, whatever the circumstances are around us.